So, these Rockets, how are you feeling right now using emojis?
Okay, mine is pretty simple and it's pretty self-explanatory. This is what I'm going with.
Boy.
I'll hold it up a little higher so you can really see it. Look, it's just so disappointing. They had a chance. They could have gone for the jugular against Golden State, and they didn't do it. This team has no killer instinct. We've seen it now over the last couple of years. With so many veterans on this team, I expected a lot better, especially when Durant went down. We just didn't get it, and that was really a shame.
2 words, fool's gold. That's what the Rockets were this season. But I tell you what, after what happened Friday night and then what happened on Game of Thrones tonight, I'm mentally,
Are you okay?
I'm just reeling here.
Okay.
But back to the Rockets. What I feel like is this right here. Oh my gosh. I was sick, totally sick to my stomach after that. I just hated it. Squandering a golden opportunity to beat one of the best teams ever. They squandered it. Totally.
How about this one? The eye roll. The team that we saw in Game 3 and Game 4, I thought if that's the team we see, we've got a chance here. We never saw them again. We never saw them again. So now the big question is, what do the Rockets need to do to beat Golden State? Well, James was asked that very question on Friday night.
I know what we need to do. I know exactly what we need to do. Just we'll figure it out this summer.
You said you know exactly what you need to do. What is that?
Yeah, I'm going to talk about it.
Okay, well, that's what James said. So what about all of you? We asked that very same question on our Facebook page, got a lot of responses. Jay says trade for AD, Anthony Davis. Then we have Michael, a lot of people saying this, get rid of the coach. And then, well, Raymond gave us a long, detailed explanation. It was pretty good, but ultimately he says, listen, we need to find consistent shooters, not slashers for role players. We need guys that consistently can knock down open looks. I think that this team needs another big gun, a guy who can create his own shot. Whether they can find that, I don't know. Matt, Daniel, what do you guys think that this team needs?
Well, I have to tell you that, everyone's to blame for this. This is not just on one guy. But what I saw in the clutch moments, in those closing moments of games 5 and 6, I saw Steph Curry step up, push himself and his team towards wins. I did not see that from James Harden. James needs to push himself and his team better, harder to do this. It's not on one guy, but man, there was a big difference in their star players in those clutch games.
Yeah, James always talks about he wants to be one of the best players in NBA history. He wants to be elite. Well, if you want to be that way, then you have to step up your game in a way that we have not seen him do during the playoffs. Yes, he can go off against Phoenix during the regular season, against even Golden State during the regular season, but he can't do it in the postseason. And you can show me stats, you can show me all this type of things that say he was a good game manager, but when the game is on the line, the ball needs to be in his hands and he needs to take over games, and that's what he has not been able to do against Golden State. As for what they need, I think they need to reevaluate everything.
Here's the other thing. Tillman Fertitta is the owner, so I have faith in him. He's going to figure this out. He'll take a pragmatic approach to what's going on. He's going to get James Harden more help. He doesn't have a lot of room cap-wise, but I have faith in Tillman Fertitta as the owner.
So what about this idea of D'Antoni should go?
Oh, boy.
I say big no on that.
Yeah, no, I don't think so either. I mean, I think a big move that can happen is they trade a guy like Clint Capella. If their goal is to beat Golden State, his weaknesses were exposed in this series. He just did not adjust to the type of defense that they were throwing at him. I could see them moving a guy like Capella to create room to go get a guy like Klay Thompson, who is a free agent. Now, I don't know if Klay's going to leave Golden State. He's got it pretty nice over there. But that's the type of gun that they need here, a guy that can shoot the ball pretty consistently.
Well, it's always easy to second guess when you're not on the coaching seat, but I do believe that those details of the games, those silly turnovers, the not blocking out at times on rebounds, and just forgetting what they're doing on defense, that detailed management is something that this coaching staff really needs to think about during the offseason.
Oh, boy, yeah. And while the Rockets are done, it's now Blazers-Warriors in the Western Conference Finals.